Ghana, Mali, and Songhai, the three great civilizations of Western Africa, were the superpowers of the world hundreds of years ago. They dominated Africa, a land with a hot, dry climate. However, their development near rivers allowed for them to really feel the benefits of a more rich, luscious landscape. The civilizations also controlled the trade, which spread their influence around the world, and in turn, they were influenced by other powers of the world, like the Muslims of the North and Middle East. Their uncomparable wealth was known to everyone at the time, and while Mali and Songhai empires thrived between the 13th and 16th centuries, Ghana first began hundreds of years earlier. To fully understand these civilizations, we have to go back to the start of the 6th century, Common Era. How did such a formidable civilization begin? Graham Bear, a professor at the University of California, has answers.
So here we are at the Niger River. There appears to be some precipitation in the sky, despite the droughts of the area. In the 6th century CE, the first king of ancient Ghana would be born. His name was Dinga Kasi, and he created the Empire of Ghana, and he united the tribes of Soninke people living in the area. Just like Mali and Songhai, the Ghana civilization was shaped by the abundance of rich natural resources, such as gold, salt, and minerals.
As the civilization built up, so did the achievements of the area. They had iron tools and weapons, and they were some of the first to use camels for trading. Camels were very useful for crossing the harsh desert climate as they stored water in their humps. By using the camels, they could cross through the Sahara and trade with Muslims to the north, boosting their economy. The worship of snakes was common in Ghana and had a complex pagan religion. However, not much is known, as much of what is known was passed down orally. An established writing system did not appear in the region until the spread of Islam.
The political system involved local kings paying tribute to the overruling king of the empire. The king of the empire had control over all the local kings, while the local kings had control over the smaller areas they were ruling. The fall of the empire occurred in the 13th century, when the Soninke people suffered from droughts and attacks from the north. This made way for a new superpower of the land. Through the turmoil caused by the fall of the Ghana Empire, one kingdom rose to the ashes to become their successor, around 1235 CE. The kingdom was known as the Mali Empire, and it became a powerhouse in West Africa through the control of the salt, gold, and iron mines. Thanks to the control of the Niger River, they also enjoyed an abundance of fertile soil. Their natural resources were their main source of income, as Mali developed into a trading empire. Islam became a huge influencing factor for Mali, as the rulers knew they needed access to Muslim trade routes in order to succeed and become a world power.
Muslim scholars were the first to write things down in the empire, rather than having it passed down orally. More and more people converted to Islam as the religion spread into the region. However, the original pagan region was side by side with Islam to maintain stability. They were ruled by a single emperor who enjoyed many privileges, such as access to much of the kingdom's wealth. Mansa Musa, a 13th century Mali emperor, became the richest man to ever live and is shown through his famous pilgrimage to Mecca, where him and thousands of servants and soldiers made the journey, interacting with many people and spreading their wealth on the way.
The Moinki, the native people of the area, enjoyed trading contracts with people as far as Morocco and had access to Muslim trade routes throughout North Africa and the Middle East. Here I am in the ruins of Timbuktu, a very prominent city for the cultures and the civilizations of Ghana, Mali, and Songhai. However, although Ghana and Songhai stayed where they were, it is said that Mali ventured across the Atlantic Ocean to the New World. But that is all that is really known, as most was passed down orally and nothing was written down, so nothing can be confirmed.
This great empire began declining when Muslim kingdoms in the area, angered at the fact that the indigenous religion still existed and was allowed, attacked the once great Mali Empire. Already weakened by neighboring kingdoms and stretched thin protecting their precious trade routes, the once great Mali Empire began to crumble.
Evidence that
Songhai
were indeed great
scholars
came when these
schools
within the
Timbuktu
were excavated many years ago.
The Songhai was the last of the three great West African civilizations. The empire gradually grew during the time of the Mali Empire, and it was under Mali's control until it split away in the 1400s.
Similar to the previous two empires, Songhai economy was heavily based on the salt trade, for they controlled the trans-Saharan trade routes and the city of Gao, a huge trading hub. Islam also had a huge influence on the Songhai, and they were likely affected by the religion early on due to the trading and interactions with other civilizations. The majority of citizens were Muslims, and so were many rulers. The rulers were emperors who had control over the laws and decisions of the empire. One notable ruler was Muhammad Tur, who heavily influenced the laws of the empire and the city of Timbuktu. Researcher and explorer John Beene has more on that.
Here we are in the city of Timbuktu. Muhammad Tur set up over 180 schools for Islam. Muhammad was a devout Muslim, and because of that, many changes occurred to the empire that came about because of this religion. On top of the schools, he also changed some of the laws, such as opening up government ranks to all based on the Islamic principle of equality.
Thanks, John Beene. And to end today's documentary, I've actually partnered up with world-renowned Keith Weber, who's going to answer some questions on Songhai. So, Keith, can you tell me more about the achievements, society, and the fall of the Songhai Empire, please?
I'm just so glad you asked, Professor. Now, Songhai had many great achievements, such as the domestication of camels and public libraries. However, this all came to an end in the 16th century, when the Moroccans invaded the empire. After years of civil war and turmoil, the Moroccans easily came in and captured Timbuktu and Gao, their two most important cities. After that, the Songhai Empire collapsed.
All three of these civilizations played important roles in each other and their successors. Ghana, Mali, and Songhai all had magnificent achievements and will forever be known to man as the great civilizations of West Africa. Thank you everyone for tuning in on this episode of Ghana, Mali, and Songhai. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and drop a comment down below telling me what your favorite part of this documentary was. Also, remember to click that little notification bell so you can know exactly when I upload. See you guys in the next one. Peace.